everyone, VJ50 back again. Welcome to another edition of What's on Deck. We're on this is one part to two parts today. I'm not sure. I think, first of all, last week I said that I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get a video up today. I actually meant next week because I'm going to have family in from out of town, so whether or not I have time to actually do something, I'm not sure, so we'll see. Anything, I might do it some other time, we'll see. I don't know. But let's look at this week's stuff. We'll start off with Kickstarter, and then we'll see how long it takes. And whether or not we're going to do other stuff in this video. So first of all, we got the bicycle Okionos, which I happened to forget last week when I was doing the Kickstarter stuff. I missed it. I didn't forget. I missed it. Well, sort of forgot. It's collectible playing cards. It's 35% funded, 20 days to go. Looking a little bit iffy, but it's still got plenty of time. It's not a bad looking deck, but it's not, extraordinary, if you will. Then you got the Bicycle Bionic playing cards from Elite Playing Cards. It is funded, 18 days to go. Not a fan whatsoever. It's just not usable or practical for anything. It really is just good for collecting. Bumbo playing cards by FT. It's 32% funded, 4 days to go. I don't see it happening at this rate. Voyager Square playing cards by Vision Alta is 59% funded, 6 days to go. It may or may not make it. I'm not sure if it will. Then there is a Canvas Cardistry cards by Ben Herebot. It's 9% funded, 66 hours to go. Not going to happen. It is just simply a cardistry deck. It has no faces. It's just double-sided cards, double backers, and it's not usable for anything except cardistry. I don't know if we looked at this Scott Johnson deck last week. It should have. I'm not sure if I did. It is funded, though well funded. 17 days to go. We'll have a look today. Thorns and Roses by Steve Minty is well funded as well. 19 days to go. Then there's the Bicycle Cthulhu Cardnomicon playing cards by Ace Collectible Cards, which we're going to look at. I forgot about this one last week. I missed it. I apologize to Ace Collectible Cards for missing it. It's 92% funded, 20 days to go. However, so it's going to fund. It's just a matter of time. Solomon playing cards by Christopher is also well funded with 8 days to go. It's going to load or what? Apparently not. Last Empire by Owen Gahn is 79% funded, 8 days to go. May or may not make it at this rate, who knows? Anyone's guess, really. The Betty Wickett playing card deck by John Daniel Taylor IV is 91% funded, 7 days to go. This is a deck that he's already done before, I'm fairly certain. It's a reprint, and it's not great, in my opinion. Enliven Magic playing cards. The Betty Wickett deck is based on a comic that he does, and I'm just not a fan of the deck. I've never seen the comics, but let's move on. The Enliven Magic playing cards, blue edition by Brian Naratasai, is doing about as good as the red edition he did before did. It's 16% funded, 28 days to go. It's not gonna happen at this rate, much like the red one. Barata Tarot playing cards from Sinis Chaba is 41% funded, 20 days to go. Let's get that one funded. It should be funded. It's a beautiful deck of cards. And if you got the previous Major Arcana set, you should definitely want to get this set, because the two of them work together to give you a complete tarot deck. Next, we have the World Cup Legends playing cards and Top Trumps in one by Provius. 15% funded, 12 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. It's inspired by, obviously, World Cup of Soccer Legends. Masquerade playing cards by Brain Vessel Creative, designed by Denise Collector, which I did a review on, is funded. 52 hours to go. Make sure you check it out before you miss out. The Planets Earth playing cards from David Goldklink, a.k.a. Vanda, is very well funded. 9 hours to go. Coffee Isn't playing cards by Cal Sock Arts is funded. 4 days to go. Pretty low goal. Not my cup of coffee. Antagon Royal Playing Cards and Royal Red Seal Limited Edition by Michelle Spatola is funded. 9 days to go. Again, I don't know. Not too interested in that. Voodoo playing cards by Spiel Carton Shop is very well funded as well. 21 days to go. Very nice looking deck of cards. I recommend checking out. Nervous playing cards by CT Kevin K is 25% funded. 9 days to go. I don't see it happening. It's just kind of a weird deck. And then there is Ephemerid playing cards by Mr. Cup. It is well funded. 7 days to go. Definitely worth checking out. It's well done. It's different. Aztec and Egyptian playing cards by Manuel Valtier. These are reprints of his previous Egyptian glyphs and Aztec Codex decks, which are very nice, colorful, fun decks. Interesting theme. I like them. I recommend checking out if you missed out before. It is funded. 6 days to go. The Modern Aircraft playing cards and companion booklet by Byworthy is 96% funded. 13 days to go. Still not funded. I'm sure it will make it there in due time. It's going to be printed by Nora Arts this time as opposed to Bicycle, as opposed to USB-C. No longer Bicycle branded because they did not have the support for a USB-C Bicycle branded deck. Big suck there. It's definitely not my cup of tea. WTF2 Cardistry and Cardistry Switch playing cards by Handlords is well funded. 72 minutes to go. If you missed out by the time this video is up, it will be over. Basically, it's the same as his previous decks, just a different color, nice blue colors, and they're already getting into the production phase. 5 of Spades playing cards, Urban Street Edition by Yassine Boudra, having a little bit of difficulty here, 12% funded, 26 days to go, looking a bit iffy. I don't think there's even any images of the faces, except for the 5 of Spades, is trademark name, I guess. So there's that. Then we got the Hidden Leaves playing cards by Marty the Magician by Marty Gilbert. Very well funded, 5 days to go. This one is already produced, and it will be shipping shortly after Kickstarter ends, after he receives the funds. So I'm a fan of that. I don't mind a creator going ahead and getting the production, going through the production while the project is on, and then by the time the project is ended, you can start fulfilling right away. Thumbs up for that. Really appreciate it. I like that. If there was more creators like that, I would not complain at all. Unfortunately, there's too many creators who just drag their projects through the dirt for forever and ever. Moving along, we've got, and that one, like I said, is worth checking out. Make sure you go have a look. Then we've got Conville cards by Lars Alexander Eikeland. 68% funded, 16 days to go. Slowly getting there. It's nothing too exciting. But if you like the idea of having conversation starters, then why not? There's some tarot decks. And what? Kickstarter Young Mage event coverage, empty Magic the Gathering event coverage. Why would anyone donate money to this? Good grief. That's horrible, from what I can tell. See, there's some relaunches, which I'll get into momentarily. And there's the Galactic Destiny cards, 5 unique decks. This is the red edition by Space Station Plaza. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not sure if I mentioned that one last week. I believe they were poker decks, but not interested in it at all. And let's go on and look at what is new this week. We've got the Galacticum Luxury playing cards by Galacticum playing cards. 0% funded, 27 days to go. I don't think it's going to fund. That's pretty horrible. $200 pledged, and it's still showing up as 0% funded. What the hell is it doing here? And previously, oh wow. This is the second project. He previously had the Venezia playing cards just a little while ago. That was canceled. And now he's launched this one, which looks pretty much like the same thing, except now it is the same thing. They've changed the name to Carnival, but they're calling them Galacticum Luxury playing cards, which doesn't make too much sense. Okay, it's the Carnival deck and the Venezia Deluxe Edition. And yeah, it's not great at all. It's great that it's still a massive goal, $39,000 Canadian, basically, which is 25,000 euros. It's not going to happen, in my opinion. And there's a train. Choo choo. um, it's not exciting at all. This is horrible. The pips are horrible. The number cards are horrible. It's not usable. Not very usable. I don't like the fonts used on these Qs. They look like G's. Or actually, those aren't even Qs. Those are the J's, the Jacks. I don't like that. See, it looks like a G. The Qs are, they're okay. It's a little bit too fancy for a font for an index. Really big. I don't like the aces having faces on them. I don't like the cards. All the cards have faces on them. And pretty much the same face all over the place. The back design has faces. It's face overkill. What is this, the Facebook deck? Good grief. And then the other one's the same thing except it's a blue back. Right. Apparently a Kickstarter exclusive. This is just, it's still going to fail. It's still going to be canceled in a matter of time, I believe. That's my opinion, because he canceled the previous one after it failed to get anywhere. The problem is, it's the same thing, and people are not interested. He did not change a damn thing about this. So let's move on to something hopefully better. We got the Pythagoras playing cards by Pythagoras Cards. Self-branded cards, always a winner. 7% funded 34 days ago. Don't think it's going to happen. I mean, it's barely scratched the funding dent as it is. They've got a $5,000 goal, which, I mean, is achievable. It's definitely cardistry themed, obviously. Being put by USB-C. Estimated delivery September 2018. You should receive your decks 2 to 4 days after we ship it. That explains it. They're only shipping to the US, so that is kind of a killer. Because there's a lot of cardists in like Asia and Europe who would love to get this deck, I'm sure, and they can't because it's US shipping only. Unless you use like Recip or something. Standard chord cards, very plain Ace of Spades. It's all the faces basically have the same color. It's a very unexciting cardistry wannabe deck of cards that I am definitely not interested in. Anyways, moving on. Let's take a look at this Scott Johnson deck that has no name, apparently. It's very well funded, though. I don't even know who Scott Johnson is. He must be some known artist, because I'm not familiar with him. But he's, despite the fact that I'm not, he's an artist responsible for Extra Life at myextralife.com. I'm not even familiar with Extra Life. He's apparently done a bunch of other projects on Kickstarter, posters, stickers, coffee mugs, shirts, and web comics. That's what he's known for, I guess. And I'm guessing this is inspired by his web comics. They're kind of weird, goofy characters, as you can see, but it is completely custom. Weird, massive pips on the number cards. Nothing wrong with that, I suppose, but it's just a little cartoony. Weird. The back design, I'm not a huge fan of. It looks like a clusterfuck. Part of my language. That's just kind of what it looks like. It's just a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Okay, as you see, it is a clusterfuck. It's part of my language again, but that's exactly the only thing I can think of to describe it. It's just a bunch of things all kind of like copied and pasted over each other. It's pretty weird. They've also unlocked a zombie deck, poker chips, a zombie deck, a Joker set, bonus Joker set, an art deck, a Carter deck, a second back unlock, a second card back, a Go Fist deck. They've got a whole bunch of stretch goals they've unlocked. And the problem I have is they've unlocked all these decks, I believe. Yes, they got $45,000. They pretty much unlocked everything. But I'm not seeing the images for what these decks look like. So there's about 8 different decks or whatever it was, and they're only showing us one deck. And people are giving them money for decks sight unseen. That worries me a little bit. Moving on. Moving on. Let's look at this one. The Cthulhu card knowledge playing cards from Ace Collectible Cards. His first USB-C bicycle branded deck. His previous ones were all done by Nor Arts and a little bit iffy on the quality. This one, the quality will not be iffy. It's a very interesting looking tuck case with like tentacles coming out the tops and everything, blood on the side. Very well designed, it looks like. Obviously inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. Each card contains a story scene from his tales. Ace. The ace is the first scene. The jack is the second. The third is the queen, and the fourth is the king. So that's pretty interesting. It's different. It's unique. I could do without the indexes being over so far from the edge. It should be closer to the corner. But it is what it is. It's not exactly the type of deck of cards that you're probably going to pull out to play poker with or do magic tricks with. It is still designed pretty well, and for a change, he's actually shows the back design. There's the Ace of Diamonds. Lots of detail. Of course, it's got tentacles all over the place, in the corners particularly. The hearts, that's pretty cool. I will say it is nice to see a Cthulhu deck finally. It's been quite a while since we've seen a Cthulhu deck on Kickstarter or elsewhere, so it's nice to actually see one after, like, it feels like it's been like 2 years since we've seen a Cthulhu deck, a successful Cthulhu deck anyways, on Kickstarter. Obviously pretty bizarre, pretty weird, the pictures. But if you're a fan of H.P. Lovecraft, you're a fan of this stuff, you're going to like this deck, obviously. The number cards are well done. Although the pips could be a little bit bigger to fill up more of the white space, but still well done. And nice back design. There's your tuck seal. It's an eye. Chokers. And yeah, it's pretty good. They're getting there. It's just about funded. Make sure you check it out. And supports Ace Collectible Cards as he has supported my channel, so I'd like to see him get some support from you guys. And he will be supporting my channel again by sending me this deck to review, so I appreciate that a lot. Moving on, and again, I apologize for not missing it last week. It was, I don't know, I was going through everything on Kickstarter. Some of these projects did not show up, and I completely missed them and forgot about them. I did mention some of them in the second part, the second video, but not all of them. What else do we got here? We got the Calibium Utopian Fantasy World playing cards. Calibium by 11 Crows. I have not seen this one. It's 13% funded, 25 days to go. Looking a little bit iffy. The artwork itself could be a little bit iffy. We'll see. The logo is nicely done. Immerse yourself in Utopia. Or maybe it's dystopia, who knows. You got the Kingdom of Rebirth, the Kingdom of Liquid, the Kingdom of Rust, and the Kingdom of Dreams. Pretty interesting. Well thought out. The tuck case seems to be missing the little thumb slot. Printed by USB-C, so that will be there. It's a very interesting back design, very detailed. Fills up the space quite well. You get to the court cards, they're a little bit creepy, but well designed. And then you get to the number cards. The pips look a little bit cartoony and goofy, in my opinion, compared to the rest of the art. I don't like that they didn't use the red coloring on the indexes. They went with gold, and I think it's a silver on the spades and the clubs with blue pips. I do like the little details between the pips, like veins and whatnot. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, it's the number cards feel like a bit of a letdown compared to the rest. That's a really cool Ace of Hearts. Apparently there's a video so I do the different cards. There's your spades, your diamonds, I mean, it's well designed. These diamonds don't look like diamonds, these pips. They look like upside down spades, quite frankly. I think that's the diamonds. I'm not even sure. Maybe it's the clubs. Could be the clubs. I'm not even sure. It's got to no. This is the clubs. So those diamonds, they don't look like diamonds. For one, yeah. I mean, the artwork on the core cards isn't bad. The aces are nice. They pop. I don't like the pips on the number cards. But outside that, it's not bad. There is a stretch goal, $12,000 for the Enlightened deck, which is a white version with the same artwork. It looks pretty good as a white deck. A different bat design, apparently. And the price is decent, I suppose. £9 for one deck. On the early bird, one left. Go get it. Moving on. Let's see what else there is here. There's definitely more. Yes, there's the Ancient Warriors playing cards. Limited edition 2-deck set from Will Roya, playingcarddex.com. Link in the description where you can save 5% on your order. They actually have this sale on right now for 20% off. Maybe we'll mention that in the next little bit here. This one is 64% funded, 21 days to go. Nice back designs, two different back designs, but similar but different. One is just a bit more detailed than the other. Made by USPC. Metallic inks. Subtle one-way back design. Beautiful artwork on the number cards and the aces and the court cards. Very well done. Designed by Marcello Simonetti. You got the Aztec suit, the Crusaders suit, the Zulu suit, and the Japanese suit. I like how they tried to avoid any racism issues by making the Zulu suit a red suit instead of a black suit. Thumbs up for that, I guess. The Jokers, it's a leprechaun. It's pretty cool. I don't know exactly how that fits with the whole theme, but it's cool. And nice back designs. It's not really a subtle one-way back design. It's pretty noticeable. It's these logos here in the center are definitely a one-way element. Representing each one of the different suits. Well designed. I like them. Definitely worth checking out. You can also get a pack that includes a bunch of their previous designs here. Definitely better than like the chicken and the chicken deck and the cat deck and some of the other decks here. The guard wasn't bad. Alice in Wonderland was well designed. Opulent was well designed. Sub-Gross and Freedom, fairly standard but not bad. You can get 12 of the decks plus the Arcos. You get all these 12 decks in a pack if you want. So it's a pretty good deal. Very nice decks. I recommend checking them out for sure. And then we got the Treble Clef Deck V2. It is funded, 15 days to go. Previously, they produced a red version. Here you can get a blue one and a black one. I really liked how the previous red ones came out. I do believe they added a bit more details to the back design along the edges here. They're very nicely detailed, nicely designed. Some like the court cards, some don't. They are custom. It's a little bit hard to see the court cards in these pictures, but you can check on my review on the red one on my channel to see what you're going to get. And here's the black one. More the same, just black. And the prices, very reasonable. If there's one reason to get this, it's the reasonable prices. Early bird for $10 for 2 decks. $10 US for 2 decks. You can't beat that. You can still get 2 for $14, which is still a great price. So at least the prices are very reasonable. These are being printed on a 300 GSM German black core, featuring a butter finish. Buttery. I don't know what that butter finish is going to be like. It's comparable to a bicycle stock, which they misspelled, but smoother. These are being printed by MPC. It's fully marked. There will be a tutorial video for that. 1,000 decks at least, possibly more, and designed by John Johan Cho and JD14. So I like it. Definitely worth checking out. And then we got the Creatures deck of cards, Black Edition by Rada Mahmood. This is a relaunch. Still not liking it. Oh, let's look at this one first. The LMD deck by Vince H. 51% funded, 24 days to go. I'm expecting a Cards to Inspire deck. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. I like the colors on the hearts and the diamonds. With blue, I believe that's the Ace of Spades. It looks more like a diamond. It's an interesting pattern on the back design. With a blue detail in the corners, making it cardistry friendly. Ah, this is the Ace of Spades. What? What is this? Is that a gaff card? Oh, that's a 4 of Spades. See, that's confusing me. I don't like how to do the pips. It's getting confusing. There's the 10s, 8s. The court cards, I don't like at all. A little bit too simplified, too minimalist. Minimalist tuck case. I don't know why people don't like putting the name of their deck on the front of the tuck case. But they didn't. The back design is not bad. I can see how cardists would like it, particularly for fanning and flourishing. But it does lack a bit of, the pop and the color, the extra details that some might like. Very minimalist court cards. And the number cards, I don't think they're very playable at all, just because the way the pips are designed, it's kind of hard to look at the pips and go, okay, this is a 7, this is a 10. You have to kind of look at it, you have to study it a bit to figure out what it is, or look at the index. Big indexes. Not liking the pips too much, not liking the number cards too much, not liking the court cards too much. So this is definitely going to be a pass for me. What the hell is this? That's the Joker. It's got to be a joke. I don't get it. What is a Joker supposed to be? Apparently there's a secret code to the cipher. Traffic floor signs. Traffic floor signs? Okay. Apparently there's a reveal. This is the Frost Blue edition, apparently. Futuristic looking, if you say so. But if that's the future of playing cards, I'm not liking it. It's a very okay deck. It's not great. It's not that exciting. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it personally. Moving on, though. Like I said, we had the Creatures deck from Rada Mahmood. It's relaunched. 22% funded, 25 days to go. Looks like a pretty low goal. And the artwork looks the same to me as their previous attempts. So she hasn't changed that. It is $5,000, 4,000 euro goal, which is probably about $5,000 US. Apparently there's 4 volumes in this design, in these decks that she's planning. I'm just not really feeling it with the court cards and everything. It's just not my cup of tea. Back designs, not too exciting. 2 different colors apparently available, black and red. And yeah, I'm not really feeling that one personally. And there's the Metropolitan cards by Vieri Barboni. This is a relaunch, 4% funded, 25 days to go. I don't see it happening again. It's the same artwork as far as I can tell, featuring different places in the world, as you can see. Very kind of a simple back design from the looks of it. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this one, the back design or the faces. He's also not showing us a lot of artwork. You'd think after all this time they'd had more of an opportunity to show you what you're getting. You don't see that. 1,000 euro goal, it's a pretty low goal, but there's only 1 tier. You can get 1 deck. That's it. So he's going to need 100 people to pledge for 1 deck to get this. And there might be add-ons. You might be able to add on stuff, but I don't see that. And yeah. They will produce for USB-C if they get enough. And right now the plant is 2,000 from NPC or Cardamom. They don't even know who's producing it. And it says it will be printed by USB-C with fantastic quality. which is not the case. I would not back this one. It's too many questions, too many concerns. So that's it for Kickstarter. Hopefully that hasn't taken too long. Oh my God, 30 minutes. I'll try to get through the rest very quickly. All right. There's one I missed. It's the Honeybee playing cards, Elite Edition, Honeybee Elites Edition from Penguin Magic on Kickstarter. It is funded with 20 days to go. Make sure you check it out. Very nice red and blue decks on their nice Elite stock, which is very thin, crispy. Pretty nice decks. Definitely worth checking out. Then we got, I want to mention quickly, the Sunset Camel playing cards by BGC was canceled. Big suck. I'm not sure why. They did have 20,000 Hong Kong dollars out of a $25,000 goal. It was going to fund. Why they canceled, I'm not sure. Let's see if there's an update on why. Not really. Apparently somebody's saying that this is a resale, that there was already available on Taobao. They claim the one on Taobao was just a pre-order. I can't tell because I don't read Chinese, but quite frankly, why would you be selling these on Taobao if it's on Kickstarter as well? I don't know. Whatever. I'm guessing it was reported and it got canceled because of that. I don't know. Speaking of weird stuff, this is apparently the new Fontaine deck coming soon. They're partnered up with Guess. Wow. That's just looks like vomit. I don't know how expensive it's going to be. It looks like it's getting mixed reactions on Instagram. Nothing about it from Fontaine cards. Moving on. Oops. This is apparently coming soon from Gambler's Warehouse. It's been a while since they put out anything. It's the Bicycle Hercules. It looks pretty good. But I'm a little bit iffy on backing the projects, and actually I won't. I can just get the decks later on, and quite frankly, I'm not a fan of their customer service and delivery. And this is apparently a limited edition foil version, I guess. There's apparently foiling. I'm guessing the foiling is just on a tuck case, because that would be pretty weird to have that foil on this back design. But I do like what I'm seeing. Moving on, this is coming this Friday, May the 4th, to midnightcards.com. It features, it's from, designed by Randy Butterfield. It's ready to go, produced. It's the Snake Oil Elixir deck. Very nice looking, very nice snake back design. Nice jokers, which look more like advertising cards. And the rest of the cards, they look like, his typical cards. Ace of Spades is very nice, with his kind of traditional indexes and style pip. And Arco faces and court cards with some recoloring and nice custom pips and number cards. I like it. I'm definitely going to check that one out if I don't forget. And it seems like a lot of other people will be as well. It's very nicely designed. $7.95 plus shipping in the first 24 hours for one deck. That's a very good price. After 24 hours, it's $9.95 plus shipping per deck. Printed by USBC. 3,000 decks. Half are being sold through Midnight Cards, and the other half will be eventually released through BlueCrown.com. Long story, apparently. Apparently, he doesn't seem thrilled about that, but it is what it is. Make sure you check out MidnightCards.com this Friday at noon Eastern Time to get these decks before they go. You don't want to get them through Blue Crown. Get them through the source. Support him, not Blue Crown. Moving on, we got a new deck from Hunky Dory cards, hunkydory-cards.com. It's the Hanami deck. It's kind of weird a little bit because there was a previous deck called Hanami on Kickstarter, the Hanami Hanafuda decks. This is also kind of Hanafuda inspired. $8 each, not bad, and there's discounts if you buy multiples, as you can see. There's a number of cards. Definitely kind of cards inspired. Hunky Dory, because you're not familiar with them, are the designers of the Tesseract decks. There's a tuck case. A back design. It's not bad. It's not too vibrant in the colors. It is a one-way back design, but it's not bad. Another look at the number cards, or the faces. It's not bad. It's being printed by Hansen Chan Production Company on a luxury stock and a legendary finish. It says it's Fin AF. We'll see about that. Completely custom. It's available right now while quantity were made, so go check it out. It only ships, will ship in June. This is a pre-order that ends May 6th. It's all about the elegance of the cherry blossoms. So make sure you check it out. Moving on, let's just have a look at playingcarddecks.com. There's a link in the description where you can save 5% on your order and support me, of course, support the channel. They currently have the new Black Roses second edition available, of course, in green. This cardistry calligraphy deck with golden foil. Not a fan of those decks, personally. But maybe this one. Christian Petrescu's Soul playing cards. I wasn't exactly excited about that one. Nick's Red. The Broken Borders by New Deck Order. Knights, Bicycle Knights deck that they designed, which is very nice looking. Actually, it's designed by Sam Hales. Let's just have a look at this one very quickly. I'm trying to see the back design. The back design is awful. One-way, sideways cardistry written on it in foil. Interesting jokers. Very minimalist court cards. Yeah, I'm not a fan. The back design looked like the back of the box I'd be in. It's not too bad. But the back design looks nothing like that. And it's expensive. Then let's look at Murphy's Magic. They got a few things here. They got some of the same decks. They got the Copag Neo Series playing cards, which I got before from Cardamundi, and there's reviews on my channel for them. And they got the Infinitas playing cards, which is designed by Rian Lehmann, produced by USPC. I don't know if there was some other company involved with that. The back design is not exciting at all. And then you got the Ace of Spades. That's not bad. It's kind of weird. Or is that the Ace of Clubs? I'm not even sure. It looks more like a club, quite frankly. The Joker, very minimalist. And then the court cards, not bad. Nice pips. Interesting pips. Nicely done court cards. I'm still not sure if this is supposed to be spades or clubs. So it's a little bit of a turn-off. And I want to look at Hocus-Pocus very quickly. There is the Neo series, the Waves, Nature, and Mandala. Midnight Euchre, which I got recently thanks to a friend of mine. I appreciate that very much, and we'll review soon. And a lot of same old, same old. So there's not too much new this week going on, as I missed something that I've forgotten about. If I did, I apologize. That is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Well, I'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching.